What's up everyone and welcome to the club. In today's video we're creating a sketch illustration of Doggo from Fortnite. Now I want to begin today's lesson by adding some guidelines in the center of our page to help with the symmetry and balance of our drawing. I'll be drawing with this 0.7mm mechanical pencil with a 2B graphite stick. Let's start at the very top of our page in the middle. It's going to lightly sketch a line coming down the center, coming all the way down towards the bottom of our page. Let's move to the center and draw another line going across from left to right. Now I'm going to use these two lines to help us create a circle in the center of our page. So from that middle point, let's step up towards the top of our circle. Just going to mark that off. Let's take that same distance from the center down towards the bottom. Let's repeat that across this horizontal line. So measuring the distance from the center over towards the left and then the right side. Now I'm going to connect the center point of each mark with a curve to create our circle. Let's start with the top left. I'm just going to work our way around the outside. And the circle doesn't have to be perfect. We just want to get the right size and placement along the top of our page. Now I'm going to start blocking out the facial features. Let's start with the eyes. I'm going to create a gap in between the eyes. So from that center line, let's move over toward the left, right about here. Draw a straight line going up. Let's take that same distance from the center over towards the right. Now from this line, I'm just going to sketch a circle going out, going all the way around the outside and then back in. And do the same thing on the right. Now I'm going to connect the top of each eye with a straight line going across. Let's add a thick fold above the eyes. From that center line, let's step over toward the left, bend this up towards the top of our circle, and then down towards the side. Take that same distance over towards the right. Now from the top of those two curves, draw a straight line going across. Now from this point, we're going to step down, sketch an oval for the nose, going all the way around, and then back up. Let's add some shape to the top of the muzzle. From this point, it's going to bend this out and then down towards the inside corner of the eyes. Then we're going to bend this down and then out towards the outside of our circle. Let's go to the center of our circle. It's going to bend the mouth, going out, come down at an angle towards the bottom of the circle. Do the same thing on the right side. Now let's close off the chin, coming down and then up. Let's round out the bottom of the muzzle. Just going to curve this around, come down, just tuck that up underneath the mouth. Now we're going to go back and add some more detail to the eyes. Let's start in the center with a small circle for the iris. Do the same thing on the right side. Let's add the eyelid, curving this up in the middle and then down. Do the same thing on the right. Now I'm going to do the same thing across the bottom, coming down and then up. From the outside of the eye, bend this up and then in towards the top. Bend this in and then down. Now I want to wrap the hood around the head. So let's start from the bottom of the cheeks. Just going to bend this in and then down towards the bottom. Close this off with a straight line. Now it's going to trace the outside of the head. From the top of the brow, let's step up. Draw a straight line going all the way across. Bend this around the eye and then down towards the side. Now when it comes straight down towards the same height as the cheeks, bend this in and then down, and we'll close this off. Now from the bottom corners of the hood, slope the shoulders, coming down and then out. Now that we have a rough sketch, let's go back and lightly erase some of these guidelines. Now that we got a rough sketch, we're going to use this as a guide to help us add some more detail around the face. Now I'm going to start with the nose. Let's start by adding some shape to the top edge. Just pull this in. And we can always go back and just remodify the placement if we need to. I'm just going to curl up the nostrils. Just work our way down towards the middle, just bending this down in the center, and coming down towards the mouth. Let's add that fold along the side of the muzzle and then along the top. I'm going to add a subtle shift to the pupils. It's going to shift the left one up a little bit higher, and then a highlight on the bottom right. And then on the right side, we're just going to pull this in. Just going to sketch in that bone, the chain in the center. Start with a rectangle. It's going to round up the ends. Now I'm going to go back and just clean up our drawing before we add some more detail and shading. And now that we have a clean drawing, I'm going to go in and start adding some contrast to our lines. We start with the eyes, just darken up the pupils. We'll enhance that highlight. Now I'm just going to darken up the top of the iris, and I just want to fade that down towards the bottom of the eye to create a little bit of a reflection. just want to simplify the details of the chain. So we'll separate each of the links. Just darken up the inside. And now I'm going to use the side edge of a pencil to add some shading. We're going to start with the eyelids. Just going to darken up the sides and then fade that in toward the center to create a bit of a highlight. And also add a little bit of shape. And do the same thing across the bottom. I'm just going to shade in the bottom area of the mouth. And we'll go a little bit darker across the bottom. I just want to fade this out towards the side. I want to enhance some of these folds with some more shadow on the outside. I'm also going to darken up the area just underneath the head, across the chin. Now, as we get closer to the end, we're just going to tighten up our shadows and add a little bit more detail, and always be sure to sign our artwork, and that's pretty much it. There's a sketch illustration of Doggo from Fortnite. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, please make sure you subscribe because I'm posting new lessons every single week. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.